I bend over to put on my sock, and the door starts to open in the bathroom. And I'm like, excuse me, someone's in here. No. Oh my God. And there's a 9-year-old girl.
Oh. Welcome back to another episode of the Pod Guides. My name is Jake Lottrell. I do video, photography, marketing. That's it.
No holes in the socks.
No holes in the
socks. It's going to be a good day. I'm Brady Hall and eXp Realty. I sell houses every now and then.
There you go.
Who do we got today, Jake?
We got a special guest, Chris Busby from Keller Williams.
Thank you. Most kind.
Oh, come on.
Thank you so much.
I know you've been waiting for this your whole life, so...
Actually, this is my second time on your podcast.
That's true. That's the first time on the podcast.
I'm insulted I wasn't asked back sooner.
Oh, damn. Okay.
That's fair. That's fair.
The disrespect. Chris, let's see. I think I connected with you like early on at the time I was a loan officer.
Yep.
Just trying to bug every realtor I could.
Are you not a loan officer anymore?
I technically am, but I do the media and marketing for Edge now.
Okay.
Started doing video content, and the boss / owner of Edge was like, hey, we need someone like you. And I'm like, sweet. I hate being a loan officer.
Yeah, it was a tough time. It's a tough time to be a loan officer.
It was brutal, especially at the time when I started. It was like...
That's like right when rates went from like 3 to 7.
They just went down to 6.1, which is very exciting for all the lamest reasons.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Still exciting, though.
Yeah.
Can I fix your rope on your hat?
Mm-hmm. Thank you. That would have been so
there we go.
Cool.
You're welcome.
I'll cut that out for sure. Chris, should we start with your origin story? Where were you born?
I was born in Pender, Nebraska.
Oof.
Love that place.
Yep, it's the best. Lived in Wakefield, Nebraska until I was 3. Moved to Minnesota and I've been to Bemidji, and then been living in the cities for the last 20-some years. And then I split my time between Minneapolis, Minnesota, and South Florida.
Oh.
So I go
mostly
back and
in Florida?
So it used to be a 6-month type situation.
Yeah.
And when I got my realtor's license, I started, and then I got my second license in Florida. I go 2 weeks.
Okay.
So I travel a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
Sun Country is the cheapest.
That's right.
And it's not
back
awful.
from New Orleans.
Yeah. It's not great, but it's not awful.
Do they have a first class?
That's cute.
It's like business class,
You
right?
get there is a first class.
Okay.
I mean,
but it's the same as coach.
it's you're just above cattle
Got
in
it.
first class.
Noted.
It's not Delta.
Okay.
No, Delta's expensive, but so much nicer.
So much
It
nicer.
is. That's
So many
why-
things, so many
That's why
reasons.
I got the Delta Sky Miles.
Makes sense.
South Florida, where in South Florida?
So it's a town just south of West Palm Beach. It's on the East Coast, on the Atlantic side.
Nice.
30 minutes north of Lauderdale, about an hour north of Miami.
Okay.
That's cool.
So
That's cool, yeah.
Yeah, so I sell real estate all the way up into Hutchinson Island Beach, and then all the way down, all the way into the Keys. But that's a bit of a hike. But
yeah,
if someone said, "Would you come sell my $1 million listing?" I'd be like,
I
will. I will indeed do that.
Yeah.
I'll be there in a couple hours.
So the big question is, where are you resident?
So still here in Minnesota.
Really?
When I got married, we had to change things around. I'm moving more and more of my business down to Florida. My life's changing a little bit. My situation's changing a little bit. So I love Minnesota, and I have family and friends and roots here. I've been here. It's been long enough.
Yeah.
It's just time for something new. And there's something to be said about palm trees in January.
And no state tax.
No,
I mean,
and the price point on houses is higher.
Yeah.
And the competition for realtors are higher, but I'm guessing, and I'd love your opinion on this, I'm thinking a lot of realtors are going to be just, clutching their pearls and say, I can't do this anymore.
I think a lot of the agents that we deal with that we just want to blow our brains out are going to go away.
I think so.
And I think it'll be really nice.
The ones that are doing this part-time, or really the ones who aren't used to having hard conversations with their clients.
Yep.
Because all we do is have...
Or other agents, for that matter.
For that matter.
Yeah.
Are be like, I can't do this anymore.
Mm-hmm. It's the agents that can't be uncomfortable are going to fail right now.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, well, you had that script battle yesterday, and that was interesting.
Yeah. And we do those once a month.
Yeah.
It's like super, super nice.
Yeah.
And it's
uncomfortable for the people that are trying to stand in front of an audience and
pretend 60 people
scenarios.
and then like script one-on-one with somebody, and it's like all the agents in there are judging. Like it's
and there's like a
intimidating.
winner
I would hate
loser
that.
aspect.
I would really hate that.
But
Yeah.
now the nice thing about it is like those people that were up there, now when they got to go have those conversations with like a client, it's way easier because one, the client has no clue what you're supposed to say. And
Right.
two, it's like way less stressful because
Yeah.
you're just one-on-one.
Well, I mean, so a couple things. Something that stuck to me in my head a long time ago, and it pisses me off, but I hate that it's true. Successful people are always uncomfortable. I hate that. I want that to not be true because I'd like to just chill.
Be comfortable.
Are there swears on this?
Yes.
Okay, I'd like to just chill the fuck out more, and I tend to swear.
Yeah.
So, but it's true, and I mean, I've lost out a couple of clients this last month. It's been a weird month for me, but I don't know. I mean, if you get if it's one of those things. If you get all of your listing appointments, you're not going on enough listing appointments.
Yep.
So
Yeah, it's a weird time right now.
it's a weird time.
Especially in Florida, because you guys have like so many MLSs down there, right?
There's 3.
How many are you a part of?
So I'm only part of one.
Okay.
I could, but like I said, I just had a buddy of mine sell his place over in Cape Coral.
Okay.
And bought a place with me, and he went with the realtor he bought the place with 15 years ago, and I don't fault him at all.
Yeah.
If I'd been hungrier, I would have muscled in on that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But so my MLS covers like just the East Coast, and so there's Orlando,
Yep.
there's Tampa, and then there's like Broward County, Dade County, and Palm Beach County.
Okay.
That's one.
Okay.
So
Where's Fort Myers?
Fort
Tampa?
Myers is that's Tampa.
Yeah, okay, that would make sense.
So Cape Coral,
and Naples and
yeah,
all that.
yeah.
Okay. Because some of my business partners, the DeRoches, Daniel DeRoche, he's big in Naples. Or
Okay.
he's trying to be. It's hard. Like you said, there's a lot of competition down in Florida,
Yeah, I mean,
especially in Naples, I'm sure. Like,
well, it was a really easy for a long time to be a realtor, and suddenly it's a lot less easy.
if you're not bringing that value, like, you're not going to make it.
So the number one thing I tell my clients, I am not here to help you buy or sell a property. I'm here to protect you financially. And as long as I protect you financially, Jake, everything else will fall into place. So I'm here to keep you from doing something illegal or something stupid. And as long as I can do my job, everything else will be fine.
That's a good way of looking at it.
Yeah. I mean, all of my clients are friends, referrals, friends of friends.
Sphere.
I don't lead generate.
Yep.
I don't cold call. I don't door knock. Door knocking makes me physically ill.
It's never fun.
Oh my God, I hate it so much.
What do you hate about it? Rejection or?
Invading someone else's space.
It's uncomfortable. It comes back
If you asked me to door knock for your listing, sure. I would. Would I like
Yeah.
it? No. But
you'll
doing
do
for
it.
you.
Yeah.
I can't do it for me.
Yeah.
It just completely sucks my social battery. And like, it takes me literally a couple days to recover where I don't want to talk to anybody.
Yep.
I definitely don't want to make phone calls,
Would you say you're a people pleaser?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
But that's
okay.
that's more from childhood trauma. Most
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
people I know are people pleasers had messed up childhoods.
Yeah. I feel that.
I feel like we're getting off the weeds here. Let's get back to the origin story.
Well, I wanted
And we'll
to
get
ask.
back into real estate too.
Yeah, well, I
feel
was
like.
just going to ask you how you got into real estate,
Oh,
but we'll
okay, so, yeah.
get to that. Hold
Sorry
on.
about that.
Let's go way back. So,
Okay.
school, what was school like? What did your parents do?
So
lived in Bemidji, right?
In Bemidji. My dad is a veterinarian, retired. My mom owned a jewelry shop, and she had a series of businesses over the years. I went to high school in Bemidji, went to college in Bemidji, ended up going to culinary school in Minneapolis, worked in restaurants for a ton of years. And actually, that's what made going back and forth to Florida work, because I went from the back of the house to the front of the house because it was easier to go to separate.
Yeah.
So like the busy season here is in the summer. Busy season in Florida is in the winter. So I'd be here, I'd work in your restaurant, and I'd do all the jobs. And then when fall came and it got slow, I'd say, see ya. And I'd have a place in Florida that would just can't wait to see me because I would do all the jobs for them. And that worked for a number of years.
But it's overwhelming too, probably. It's just a lot.
Well, it was 6 months and 6 months, and we made it work, and it paid for 2 houses.
Yeah.
And we don't have a mortgage.
That's awesome.
That's
That is
freaking awesome.
sweet.
No debts.
But then, I got older, and I'm kind of got mad at myself because I'm not doing enough with my life. And the pandemic hit, and I didn't fuck. I mean, is this the zombie apocalypse? I don't know.
That's so funny. I have a question. Yeah, we'll get to it towards the end.
But I had to figure something out, and I thought I need something I can do money fast, something I didn't have to go to school for a number of years. I mean, obviously I'm good at sales because I have the gift of gab,
Yep.
and I have about 500 people in my database starting out.
That's awesome.
It is. And, so I got my license 5 years ago now.
Okay.
Yep. This is my 5th year, so a little over 4 years.
2019-ish?
2020.
Okay.
August of 2020 is when I went live.
Okay.
My first transaction was December that year.
That's good.
Yep. And then I got Rookie of the Year at my brokerage the year after.
Let's go.
Nice.
With 12 transactions, and
Nice.
then I did 25 the year after, 20 the year after that, and 25 after the year after that.
Wow.
go.
This year I don't think I'm scaling, but I'll still hit. But I'm doing some other stuff. I worked with an investor last year. He did a series of flips. I learned a lot. I'm doing my own flip right now in Florida. It's a sweetheart deal. It's sitting on the market, and I got to figure something out. But when it does sell, and it will sell eventually.
Yep.
There's enough of a margin there, enough of a spread. It's going to the amount of time I put into that as opposed to building my business. I'm going to be just fine.
Yeah.
It's like I'm losing here, but
I'm gaining here.
But I have more money in my bank accounts. Who's really winning?
Yep. Who's making, which takes more time too. It's like, I feel like as I get older, I feel like time is just more valuable. And I'm sure Jake understands that as being a dad.
goes
'cause
so
He
fast.
loves Felix. Let's just talk about
Yeah, I don't
Felix
know if I
quick.
touched on that. I love my kid. I think I talk about it every episode.
You want to go into more detail?
No. I'll save you. But yeah, I was going to ask about, because I think when we talked at that coffee shop a year-ish something ago. Yeah, you were talking about fix and flips. And
Yeah.
quick question, are you like a DIY person? Are you boots on the ground, fixing the sink? Or are you...
So the secret to home ownership is not being afraid and YouTube videos.
Okay.
I mean,
That is true, yeah.
And if you could do that, you can fix anything. I can fix a lot of things. The secret is not being afraid. Like, if something's wrong, you have this immense feeling like, I'm overwhelmed. The fuck do I do? How do I fix this? Am I going to burn my house down? No matter what. Once you get you get out of your own way, you can fix almost anything as long as you just look to experts, look to people who know more than you do. Right on the back of giants.
I feel like that translates perfectly into being a realtor. You get a lot of fires, and you're like, you can panic and say, "Oh fuck," but like,
And I do.
yeah.
I mean, everybody
does. Yeah.
But and there are no real estate emergencies. We are not saving lives here. You never have to make a split-second decision. You might have to make a decision in the next 10 minutes because of something, but no one's going to die because you got this house or you didn't get this house or this addendum got signed.
Yep.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. You got to figure out, I tell people this all the time. This is the hardest thing I've ever done being a realtor, and I'm constantly amazed it's not more difficult.
Do you plan, because you're a solo agent, right?
Yeah.
Did you start out as a solo agent?
Yeah, I did. And I thought, it's lonely. You solo agent?
I'm a team.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's lonely being a solo agent because you're an island.
Yeah.
So I go into the office. I go to my office in uptown Minneapolis just for some camaraderie.
Yeah.
I have ADD. Shocking. So it's
way.
hard for me to sit and do the thing. So like every 20 or 30 minutes, I have to stand up, go walk, look at something shiny, and then I can come back. I make an excuse. I have to get more water.
Yeah.
Because I just
I can't work from home for that same reason.
no, because there's too many
Brutal.
things. It's too many things.
Yeah.
And you've got
So-
kids.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah.
And video games and TV
Yeah,
shows.
I have not played a video. I mean, on my phone. I'll play video games on my phone. That hardly counts, but still, I gave up my Xbox and my PlayStation. It's just like,
I got a Nintendo Switch for Father's Day, and it's been the best, worst thing ever.
I don't get everything done already.
I don't feel good when I'm done. I'm not like,
It's dirty. You feel dirty.
Adrenaline rush for just sitting there playing it. I don't know.
I feel so lucky I never really got into video games.
Dude, it's,
Honestly, good for you.
Yeah.
Like I was such an outdoor. I just loved
bragging.
shooting shit and fishing and being outdoors.
Yeah, no, seriously, it's good for you, man.
But both my brothers, huge video game guys.
It's
They're like, if
It's
I play
fun,
video games,
but it's
me and my fiance are sitting next to each other playing like Mario Kart.
Yeah.
And it's like bonding
wholesome.
time. Like, it's
Yeah.
not like
But
I'm
Mario-
sitting there playing Call of Duty with like
Fuck
8
you,
of my
bitch.
Yeah, like I'm not doing that. It's like, damn, I should have got that star. You know,
Yeah.
like
shoot. Okay.
So is that enough of the origin story? Did
That was great.
Did
Yeah.
we fall off again?
No,
With,
we're good.
with Florida, and I know this is like, especially here in Minnesota, it's been like coming more prominent. I feel like is these condos aren't being insured enough, and people are struggling. I just
had this conversation yesterday with a friend of mine. He sends me this article from UK something, and it was very. So everything's about clicks. Everything's about if it bleeds, it leads. So it's talking about how like 40% of condos in Florida are crashing, and it's like,
what a headline.
It was just dumb. So when that tower, I think it was Sunny Isles, crashed 2 years ago, it sent shockwaves through the entire industry. Here's what was happening. All these HOA boards were like, we're not going to fix this because we don't want to pay more in HOA dues, and we don't want to give assessments because being on an HOA is not a paid position. It's volunteer. So fuck you for taking my money.
Yep.
Fuck you this is unnecessary. We don't need concrete. We don't need steel rod. We don't need inspections. Why?
I feel like that's how new construction is.
Yeah. So I think I'm very angry.
No, you're good.
But through the entire country, probably the entire world. Everyone's like, oh, fuck. And you've seen it.
Yeah.
You'll see this beautiful condo on the MLS here in Minneapolis. It is like $50,000 below market value. And you're like, oh my God.
This is a steal.
Oh my God, this is amazing. It's like $100,000 assessment.
Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome.
Love
Not gonna
that.
do that
Yeah.
one.
So you have a second mortgage payment on top of the first mortgage payment just for the assessment.
Yeah.
And that won't be the last assessment, I promise you.
Yeah.
Have you seen those videos? Do you doom scroll on Instagram ever?
Who doesn't?
Okay. I just want
More TikTok, but yeah.
Yeah. Same thing. Do you ever watch the guys who do inspections?
No.
About terrible.
They make me insane.
It's just like
Some of it's such crap.
it is.
And I'm not an inspector, so I mean, the inspectors I use in Minnesota and Florida, they're beautiful, strong,
Reasonable.
Smart
Yep.
men and women.
Yeah.
But it was just some of the stuff is like, yes, technically that is a crack. It's just painful.
Yeah.
It is.
It's fear mongering more in my opinion.
I just had it happen to me on my last transaction. They canceled because of the inspector, and it was because the P traps were leaking on both sinks, upstairs and downstairs.
Oh no, that's like $100.
The seller came out, took a 30-minute video of him fixing everything, and they still said no because the inspector kind of just shoved it down his throat.
Yep.
That this is a bad house. And I'm
So
just
my
like,
flip, I had an offer on it, and it was, the house has, some of the plumbing is new, some of it's original, it's 80 year old. It's like, you have cast iron pipes. Okay, I need more to go on. There was termites in this house at one time.
At one time.
Yep. Okay, still, do the floors seal soft?
Yeah.
No. I mean, I don't know what you want me to do.
Yeah.
I mean, we did find like we had the electrician come in and do some work, and he did some weird stuff, so I had to have him come back and go like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But that's been fixed. But it was like, this house was not for you. I get it. It's you're not the right buyer.
Yep.
So. But now the house is no longer fresh, so it's just sitting there. So I'm going to have to lower the price, and that's just it is what it is.
Kick to the stomach.
Yeah, that's fine.
How many properties do you have?
Currently?
3?
1, 2, 3, 4, plus the flip.
Okay, because I think at the time you had one in Uptown.
So we have a house here and a house in Florida. I bought a condo in St. Paul that I was short-term renting, and then the HOA is like, oh, wait, you can't do that. It's not in my paperwork. So they changed the paperwork. And
Awesome.
then we have a cabin up in not quite northern Minnesota, but up by Fraser.
Yeah. Okay.
And that one needs to be rented out.
I thought he was going to say like Big Lake or something. I would have been like, oh god.
Way up north.
Yeah.
Bemidji, do your parents still live there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They love it. They're
do.
there for life.
Yeah, my dad's 84 and my mom retired, and my mom's 80, and like she was just down here, so I ended up spending a week in Rochester.
I think I saw it on Facebook.
Oh, I love my mother.
So wholesome.
It was
love it.
It's hard to run a business and take care of an elderly parent.
Crazy.
Do not recommend.
I love my parents.
Yeah, don't take care of your parents.
That's not the point of the story. This is not about love. It's about a full-time job on top of your full-time job.
Mental stability.
I get it. I helped my grandma out a lot when she was struggling, and it was a lot.
And that's the thing. I mean, I go with my mom, and she's 80, and she's a lot like me. She's chatty, talky, and I kept like lying to the doctor, like, no, none of this is true. please answer the doctor's questions.
Yeah.
And she, oh, okay, I'm sorry. You know,
I think you made a post about that. Oh my God. I was laughing so hard because I worked at a nursing home as an activity director, and it was like,
I love that about you.
I feel his pain. Like, yeah.
What do you do?
Yeah,
You don't want to yell at your mother.
No.
She's
Especially
your
in front of people.
She's your goddamn. Exactly. She's your goddamn. You respect your
Behind
mother.
closed doors.
Yes. Then you yell at your mother.
Yeah.
And
Are you crazy?
What the fuck? What the fuck are we doing here?
That's so good. All right.
Come
I'm
on,
going to
Jake.
restart the camera because I want to get into these clip questions.
Okay.
Really hard.
He loves them. He loves them.
Okay.
He needs his clips.
I live for clip. That's what I love editing, actually.
Cool. So how was that?
It was great.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah. We've had well, I don't even want to. We've had people on before where it was like
Just a dud.
no energy.
Well-
and some people are shy and it's hard to get.
Oh, it's a little nerve wracking, but you just have to kind of make it happen.
Fuck it.
You just have
Yes.
to just throw yourself in.
Yeah.
I feel like we haven't had a real estate agent on in a long time either.
When was the last one we had?
Jack?
You don't count?
Oh yeah.
I don't count.
Fair.
Jake doesn't let me get to talk about it.
What?
There's no other realtors here.
What?
Real estate.
Oh, I don't know.
It's like if it's just me and him, it's like real estate gets really boring
Yeah.
for people.
But I get like if there's another real estate agent on or a mortgage broker. Then
And I
I'm like,
love that
yeah.
it's like we get to talk about it from different brokerages too. Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's
And
cool to
go
see.
back on your question on Sunny Isles, so that sent shockwaves for the entire industry. And the other problem we're going to have, if you don't realize it already, I'm sure you already have insurance.
That's the biggest problem right now.
Oh my
The
God.
deductibles
Well-
are too high. Like that's what I just had happen, and now they like this HOA won't accept conventional loans or FHA, and it's like cash only. Like that price is going to plummet.
Well, and it's not that the HOA won't accept it. It's that the loan officers are like, no,
Yeah,
the
they
HOA
won't
is
do
not
it.
healthy enough.
Yeah.
We will not give you a conventional loan. And you're like, so you can do an in-house broker.
Yeah.
You can do is it a briefcase? What's it called? There's a term for it. We'll come back to that.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, but in-house brokers, you can do an in-house loan, but conventional loan you can't do on a lot of these
Yeah.
condos. You know, I mean, I was reading an article, I think it was in Slate. So, you know, about this journalist comes into this town in the Midwest. Everybody has a new roof. Nobody has insurance because insurance is like, hey, here are all your roofs. We're gonna go. Mm-hmm. It's been fun, but you all suck. You know, we're spending too much money on Tornado Alley or forest fires or hurricanes.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't it in California? Was it State
Mudslides.
Farm?
Mudslides.
They like doubled the insurance for like everybody in California.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit.
I mean, I was just talking to a guy online. He's like, he and his partner just finished selling their condo in Florida because of the HOA and the insurance. And 2 weeks after they sold it, yay, it's done. They get an assessment. The new buyers have an assessment for like $50,000 for a new roof.
Ugh.
When we were looking for a house back in COVID days where rates were 2.5, we would find like sweet townhomes. It was like 180,000, and then you look at the HOA fee, and it was like, fuck, that's like a fifth of like the mortgage every month. Like
Yep.
I can't even do that.
Gotta love it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the insurance industry is going to have to be reinvented. I don't even know what that means.
It does because the roofing like industry itself. Sorry to all the roofers out there, but they're making way too much fucking money on a roof.
Yeah,
I mean, they're making almost 50% of what the roof costs.
yeah.
Just
That's
the
crazy.
salesperson. Like, I know some of my friends are like storm chasers. They sell one roof, they make 20 grand.
That's insane.
And it's like, that doesn't add up.
No.
Like,
yeah.
that shouldn't happen because now those
How long does
insurance
it take
companies.
to put on a roof?
3
2
days.
days? 3 days?
Yeah.
It can be amazing.
Yeah.
I mean,
And that's just the sales guy. The 20 grand just for the sales guy. Now,
Really?
It's like,
That's stupid.
that's why you see all these like cyber
Lucrative.
trucks with like the roofing because they have so much money.
Yeah.
It's like one of my really good buddies. I'm not going to say his name, but his
ahead,
name's
shout him
Nate.
out.
Nate Johnston sells roofs on the side. He's like, I sold 3 roofs last month. I made almost exactly what I made as a real estate agent this year.
That's
so you're
just one
saying
month.
we should change careers.
yeah.
But he also did say, he's like, there's a lot of shit going on in the insurance industry that's not going to allow this to happen much longer, he thinks.
Yeah.
Good.
And it shouldn't. Like, it's
No.
a huge problem right now.
I mean, what's the point of buying a house or owning a property if you can't insure it?
Yeah.
Because bad things happen.
All the time. And
All
you
the
can't
time.
control it.
Yeah.
Can't control it.
That's nuts. I'm like praying for a hailstorm because I'm on a new roof.
But
even
else.
then, even
Everybody else, yeah.
even if it damages the roof, trying to get a new roof through an insurance company, I heard is a nightmare.
Yeah, we got our claim turned down 3 times because the roof was just too old. So like,
Yeah.
It's not hail damage, it's old. But here. La 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 la. No, this didn't care. State Farm didn't care.
All right, let's get into these. I have a bunch of them, so
Okay,
I'll
let's
probably
go.
just
I love it.
skip through them a little bit. But window seat or aisle seat?
Oh, aisle.
Aisle?
Yeah, no.
I love a window seat.
No.
You're gonna hate my answer. Middle seat, dude.
Gross.
What?
Dude, just think. So I pass out on planes,
Same.
and I'd rather fall onto
No,
somebody
like
than
literally
like,
pass out. Like
Yeah. No, yeah.
vertigo.
like
Oh,
I like
oh.
have like a seizure almost.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Are you being funny?
no, dude, I wish I was. Like, it's terrible. I hate flying. It's always a big
Do
commotion.
you highly medicate? Like, what makes you pass out?
I don't take any medication whatsoever. I had a lot of concussions when I was younger, and that's my only theory. It's from that.
It's like,
When you travel with your fiance, you're like, okay, this is gonna happen. Don't freak out.
It happens.
So we flew to Vegas, and I asked that we were going to Vegas so I could ask her to marry me, and it was all on the same day when we flew.
And she saw you pass out, and she still said yes.
So
Wow.
on the plane,
You must be something.
We're both sleeping, and we flew first class because it was like this big ordeal,
Right.
and we're both sleeping. I woke up. I like woke her up, and I'm like, I'm gonna pass out. She goes, what? And I just passed out. And like when I pass out, it's like I'm literally shaking. My eyes
So
are
you're
rolling.
having a seizure.
That's what it looks like, but I don't know if I am. I don't really know what's
So
going on.
have you gone to a doctor?
Not in about 4 years, which is going to
Crazy.
change if I pass out on the plane on
So
like the 20th. when
none
I
of
go.
this is none of my business. But what the fuck?
right?
So this started happening to me when I was in like 6th, 7th grade. So then I was like, okay.
I love how calm you are about having seizures.
Well, I don't think it's a seizure.
happens, Chris.
I think the 3 of us are qualified to say it's not a seizure. All 3 of us are.
I don't think it is.
No,
He's
you're
shaking
fine.
and foaming and eyes rolled back. Doesn't sound like a seizure.
But I went, and they're like, yeah, you're completely fine. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to waste all my money, $1,000 to go to the doctor for them to tell me nothing's wrong with
I mean, you just have to get a doctor to follow you up into a plane.
That's
2
like, they
miles
got to
above
see
the
it,
earth.
what happens. Like, and every time it happens, I wake up, I puke instantly. Like I literally just puke, and then they have oxygen tanks on planes. So I asked the flight attendant for oxygen so I can get more oxygen. And then they always ask me, do we need to have an emergency landing? And I always say no, and they always have an ambulance waiting for me when we land.
I think
And you still travel.
liability-wise, I think.
I love
Well,
traveling.
you take
So
Dramamine.
This doesn't happen every time, obviously.
It's only happened 3 times.
How often?
And
how
you
many-
travel a lot.
Yeah, I do. So I don't know. The last time I took non-drowsy Dramamine when I passed out, and I think I need to take drowsy Dramamine.
Yeah.
I think I'll be okay.
But I think it could be something like, your inner ear
I think it's
affects
my
your
inner ear.
equilibrium.
Yeah.
And
I think it's my inner ears from the concussions I had.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, it sucks. It
Poor
sucks.
fiance.
I know. I feel
Did you
bad for her.
preface this with her beforehand?
She knew.
Okay.
Because
that would have been shitty.
I would travel because I played like collegiate golf and like professional golf, traveled all over the country, and I would travel by myself when I was like 18 to like different tournaments, and it would happen when I'd fly places, I'd pass out, and then it was always brutal because they would take me off the plane, and when I was 18, it was like 10 days after I turned 18, this happened to me, and they called an ambulance, they took me off on a stretcher, and I was on the very last seat of the plane, like row 39 or something.
So nobody could get
firefighters-
off until you got off.
Exactly.
Everyone hated you.
Everybody hated me.
'Cause you're the worst.
Firefighters on a stretcher
like
picked
going
me
by
up.
as like suckers.
I was like literally like, I'm fine. Like
No.
everybody's like taking photos.
Cell phone.
Yeah. And the fire chief like had my license or whatever, and he's like, if this was like 10 days ago, we would be going to the hospital right now. But because you're 18, like you can say no. I said no, got back on the plane, got to my destination, everything was fine.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. But it's never fun. It's never fun, I'll be
I
honest.
wonder. I have so many questions.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Like,
And that was
does it happen at certain altitudes or certain
So,
pressure settings
this
in the
is
plane?
the crazy thing. The 3 times I've done it, it's been over like Utah.
Utah is evil. That's what I'm getting from this.
Bad
That's my takeaway.
It's a
I think
vibes.
it's because we're higher because we got to go over the
mountains.
Rockies. Because the first time I did it, I was going from Denver to Palm Springs. The second time was from Minneapolis to Phoenix, and then the third time was from
I forbid you
Minneapolis
from going to
Vegas.
Europe.
Yeah, I don't think I could.
I feel
ever
like
do
that would just end poorly.
It would, unless I take a boat. But I feel like even a boat would be terrible
fun, though.
because of the.
Be a long.
Do you get motion sick?
I do. That's
Oh.
the vertigo. Like
So on top of passing out, you actually also have vertigo.
that's what they said I had when I was like in 7th grade, and that's just kind of what we think it is, and that's what I just go with. But yeah.
Okay, he's way more interesting than I am. Let's talk more about him.
No, we've already talked about
We've
this.
talked about it too
And
much.
then, like, that same day that he had that incident going to Vegas, he had to propose to his then girlfriend.
And she said yes.
Yeah, she had no
Maddie's
clue it
the
was
best,
coming.
though.
Yeah, she
She's
is
great.
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
She's one of a
hopefully-
kind.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
She took care of me. She held the oxygen tank while I was sitting there.
And she's like,
She's taking hits of it.
what have I done?
Yeah, it was fun. She was prepared though.
But
Yeah, you
I
warned
prefer
her.
aisle seat. I'm broad-shouldered, which
Yeah.
and it gets really annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if I have to pee, I don't want to crawl over 3 people.
Yeah. I'm a nervous flyer, so I prefer window. It makes me feel like I'm in some sort of control to see
No, I don't.
outside.
It feels like I'm in a hole if I'm over there, and I'm in the middle. I'm like, I mean,
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
sit there like this, right? And this is a normal way to sit, and I'm like, people just hit me as they walk by, and I'm like, and I don't
the price
think
you
of
pay.
myself as being that big.
You're not.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But apparently, I'm the
just-
broadest shoulders ever.
Yeah. Just think, so a terrible flyer, this guy, I've never seen
Terrible.
anybody more scared to fly.
Oh shit.
And then you put me and him on a plane together. It's Rocky.
It is. This is a movie in the making.
Yeah. Well,
we,
and then
we flew to LA together.
Yeah.
And I was like, if I'm going to pass out, like, this is the route I'm going to do it on.
well, and then
And?
like I took. He was fine.
I didn't, yeah.
I
Both
took-
times we've traveled, I didn't pass out.
Luckily,
You're a good luck charm.
that's what it is.
You want to come to Vegas in 20 days?
I do not like Vegas anymore.
What are you doing in Vegas?
Bunch of my team's just going out there.
I'm going to be out in Vegas the 25th to the 28th.
We're the
what are you doing?
22nd through the 24th.
So I'm on the local GLBTQ plus real estate alliance board. It's an advocacy group. So they're having their convention in Vegas
What part of like?
on the Strip. I don't.
Oh, okay.
I was.
Where are you staying? Do you know?
At the host hotel. So I got $1,000 allowance to go.
Oh,
'Cause
nice.
normally I
Sweet.
don't go to these things.
Yeah.
Because just I have trouble justifying the cost. But I got $1,000 allowance. A buddy of mine's going, so we're going to split the room. So the room's in his name.
Oh, nice.
A real good friend of mine's son, Ethan, is out there, is a chef. And I'm going and I haven't seen him in Vegas. I've never been to Vegas. I haven't seen him forever.
You've
so-
never been to
wow.
Vegas.
Never been to Vegas.
Oh, it's okay.
It's hot.
It's hot. A lot of like people.
This will be my 3rd time in Vegas in the last year.
Yeah.
Do you like Vegas?
I love to gamble. That's where.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't drink and I don't gamble.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gambling. I just got 4 free rooms at MGM too. And I think we're just going to go over Christmas and just say fuck Christmas and just spend it in Vegas.
Yeah.
There's
That'd be
nothing
cool.
wrong with creating your own traditions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Seriously.
and Maddie loves Vegas. Like, that's where we got engaged. So it's just like a special place to us now.
Sentimental.
Yeah.
All right, so we established aisle versus window. Okay, when you hang your toilet paper in your bathroom, does it hang?
Flat forward.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Not a mullet.
The other
no
way is-
mullet.
Wait, what?
Not a mullet. Mullet?
Mullet's in the back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't
No, it's
understand.
gotta be
and
forward.
it irritates me.
Psychopath.
It's like, I don't even know if we can be friends.
Yeah.
For me, it's the cats. Because if it's a mullet, they'll just take it down. I'm sure Felix would too. But he's older than that now. He's too perfect.
He
Sorry.
tries to like wipe his own butt, but kids' arms are like smaller, so they can't. Have you seen that meme where the kids try and we can go like this and put our hands all the way up,
But then
above
their
our head,
heads like.
and then they do it. They like can't even reach their hands.
Really?
Yeah, that is a fun video. I know
not
exactly
seen that.
what you're talking about.
Have you ever blamed a fart on someone else?
Not so much blame, not so much just be very silent. You
Okay.
know? Just like
It could be anybody.
And be like, oh God,
Yeah.
what is that?
Have you cropped?
And I leave. Oh, absolutely.
Ew,
Yeah.
stinky.
I used to work in restaurants, and you'd be working these long shifts, and you just crop dust your section.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like,
I was
gonna ask.
where am I going to go?
Yeah.
I have nowhere to go. Just do the
You
thing.
have to, yeah. I blame it on the cats. That's a good one. Maddie always thinks Twix is farting, but it's me.
That gassy cat.
You know she's gonna watch this, right? No,
Yeah, no, she
She's
does.
probably not
Yeah.
gonna watch this.
No, she watches them every Tuesday.
Yeah, Gino's too.
Sorry.
So you mentioned zombie apocalypse.
Yep.
I forgot in what context, but
The pandemic.
yes. How long would you survive in a zombie apocalypse?
Oh, everyone thinks they would live I'm not fast.
Okay.
You know, I'm pretty good at thinking outside the box.
Okay, that's a plus.
It is. It is. But like foraging,
yeah.
the fuck, what?
Yeah, I know.
No, what am I? No.
I don't know what's poisonous.
I mean, and like, where am I? Am I in the city? Most likely.
Probably.
Can you get to like your cabin in the woods where you're going to be quote unquote safe, and traffic and the cars and just short answer no.
Yeah.
It was just I wouldn't lay down and die. I would
try.
I'm not a quitter, but it'd be like, this is not going to end well.
Yeah.
Just you go ahead.
I'm
Save
probably in
yourself.
the same boat.
Yeah.
Brady, I think, would do well.
Yeah, but
I
grew up like in the woods.
But would you be able to
day.
survive in the city?
No way.
That's my point.
I can't even survive in the city without zombies.
But like I say, so do you live in the metro or you live in the suburbs?
Suburbs.
Okay, so you've better chance.
I live in Big Lake.
Okay. I live in South Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Like getting from
You're
my
screwed.
house to like
What neighborhood? What neighborhood?
Nokomis.
Okay.
You know,
Lake Nokomis.
lovely.
I have a
So nice.
listing appointment in Linden Hills tomorrow. That's
luck.
why I asked.
Say good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one.
Did you have AOL Instant Messenger when you were younger? No.
What's that?
How old are you?
48?
You didn't have Instant Messenger?
No.
Or like any of that? MSN or MS? What is it?
I think my first email.
At
I'm stretching
AOL.
here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a bit. It's been a minute. I still have my first email. Chris Busby 2000. At Yahoo.
It's a classic.
Well, I don't know the fuck
Email.
Yeah. I didn't know what to do. I was graduating college. I'm like, you need an email. I'm like,
What's that? Yeah.
Yes, I do need an email. And you should have picked a cooler name.
Right.
I panicked.
Because back then there weren't
you
many
could get
taken.
anything.
You could, you could have just got Chris Busby.
I think I tried that. I think there's more than one of us out there.
Probably, yeah.
Weirdos.
What's the most ridiculous thing you would buy if you just became rich overnight? Like billions.
I spend way too much time on this subject.
Okay.
Thinking about
What you would
and
buy?
I have this. I think about like buying cars, and I think in my head, I have a mental block when it comes to spending that much money. I can't do it in my head, and if I can't do it, what is wrong with me? This is complete fantasy.
Yeah. If you had like $1 trillion,
Like all the monies.
yeah, all the monies.
I'd probably buy an island.
That would
That's
be the
a
move.
good answer.
Yeah, just a really good
I
answer.
mean, I'd buy an island. Not necessarily.
Are you thinking like Maine? Like coastal?
Yeah, coastal. And of course, you have to, I'd find some way to have indoor plumbing because of reasons. And, maybe like solar power for reasons.
In case the zombie apocalypse, electricity's out.
You should be safer on an island, theoretically.
Yeah.
So I'd buy an
That
island.
might be the move. I said an underground base, but I think an
I need
island.
the sunshine.
Yes.
You love your bunkers, though, Jake.
I would
He
think that
talks
was
about
so
bunkers
cool.
all day.
Bunkers, or like a cave with a cool
No, I would get
door.
so depressed and anxious.
Yeah.
I'm a highly anxious person now.
Yeah.
So, no.
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 What about coffee? For my fiance, it makes her tired because she already has
So I hear that has a thing with ADD. Like if you have ADD, caffeine actually calms you down. I have ADD.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, shiny is my favorite color.
Yeah.
I have a cup of coffee in the morning. I actually had coffee with a buddy of mine, so I had a second one, and I was like, it's too much.
Yeah.
It's way too much. I start to vibrate.
Yeah.
If I have too much caffeine, and it's weird. I find I vibrate more if there's cream in my coffee as opposed to just
Weird.
black, and I don't know what that's
I wonder
about.
if it's the fat.
I don't
in
know.
cream
It bonds with the
that
fat or something or
digests.
something.
Yeah.
But no, I tend if I have too much caffeine, I just
Do you do half and half?
no, I became lactose intolerant this last year.
Just happened?
Fuck.
Wait, does that normal?
Yes.
Yeah,
It can just start happening?
And I mean, I'm a gallon of milk a week guy.
Yeah.
And ice cream. I would rather give up meat than dairy.
Really?
Oh fuck yes.
Favorite cheese?
All of them. All the cheeses.
That's fair. That's a good answer.
Blue
Yeah.
cheese is
Blue
great.
cheese is
Really?
I like
yeah.
soft cheeses. I like hard cheeses. But ice cream is one of my kryptonites.
Favorite ice cream?
All of them.
All of them.
Not pistachio. I don't understand pistachio.
Okay.
Like,
Why make it healthy?
well, it doesn't taste like anything.
Yeah.
It's like tastes sweet and meh. You know?
Do you have an ice cream brand that you're like
I mean,
your go-to?
my go-to in college was Ben & Jerry's fish food
Okay.
because it was just solid.
Yeah.
It was everything I wanted in ice cream at that point in my life.
Yeah.
I really like a good like chocolate ice cream, but my favorite actually right now is probably something with peanut butter in it. Ice cream with peanut butter in it is okay. Yes, I'll take this. Yes, just take my money.
You got to try. Do you like caramel?
Oh yeah.
Okay, caramel cone Haagen-Dazs. Fuck.
Have you tried Pirate's Booty?
What is that?
I don't even know what that is.
It's really, me and my fiance review ice cream shops.
Oh yeah, duh.
Every Sunday.
Is that part of your TikTok?
Yeah, it is actually.
That's fucking awesome.
And we go to different places.
I need to start following you.
It's fun. We have a lot of fun with it, and
That's in the summer.
Pirates, and then in the summer we do ice cream. In the winters we do soup.
Soup reviews. Smart.
Because I went to Vegas with Tyler, my boss, and I got soup at the airport, on the airplane, and at dinner on the same day. Oh. And he called me soup bitch the rest of the trip. Rightfully so.
Okay.
3 times.
And then I said, I brought that up to my fiance.
An HR complaint, but
me and Tyler got that relationship.
You're screwed, Tyler.
And Maddie's like, well, you should just be the soup guy. So then we just started eating soup every Sunday.
I love
and
soup.
Then I'd go to different events and people would be like, hey, you're the soup guy.
What's your favorite soup?
Chicken wild rice.
Really?
I love it.
That's a good choice.
I could eat it every day.
Okay. How do you feel about soups versus chowders?
Ooh. I really like almost like a stew better. Like a really
These are hard-hitting questions.
Really
I like these.
Chicken wild rice soup is just unbelievable.
I love beer cheese soup, but I can't
really
have it anymore. Oh. Yeah, life is unfair.
It is
super unfair.
Chili? Is chili soup?
No,
chili's chili.
Chili's chili. Okay.
Venison
chili's
chili?
Amazing.
Venison chili is
chef's
my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, the soup. So here's the State Fair idea. I want to know your guys' opinion. So my mom makes a homemade chicken wild rice soup.
Yes.
It's super, super thick. Like super thick. Thick enough where she can put it in like ice cube trays and like almost freeze them where they're hard. And then she puts batter on them. She deep fries them, and then puts them on a stick. So chicken wild rice soup on a stick.
Do they ooze
at the State Fair.
you chew into them?
Yeah.
Oh, that's genius.
It's so good.
She thought of that?
Yeah.
That's actually a great idea.
You might want to cut that out of this.
Yeah.
Someone might steal that idea.
My mom's never going to do it. Like, she's
she
like,
should.
Hello.
She told me I should try to do it, but I'm like,
you don't have the drive.
I don't want to.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
That's a great reason not to do stuff.
Yeah, I just don't want to do
One
it.
of the few benefits of being a grown-up. I don't want
Just don't feel like it.
But
No.
I think it would be a genius idea. I think it would.
It is a really good idea.
People would love it at the fair.
I went to the Sunday, I went to the State Fair, and it was a mile-long line for the donuts. And I'm like, there are not donuts on this planet that are good enough to make me wait at least an hour in line.
Yeah.
Except those?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Did you wait?
No.
Oh, okay.
Stupid.
Did you have pickle pizza?
Yes, delicious.
My fiance loves pickled pizza.
Pickled pizza?
She loves it. We just had it at Willie's on the Water in Big Lake.
God, there was a pizza joint. It closed in my neighborhood, but they did amazing. Pickled pizza is where it's at.
I've never tried it, but I assume it would be good.
Do you like pickles?
I like both pickles and pizza.
It was like have you ever had like a cheeseburger pizza?
It's probably
It's
similar
like
to
that,
that.
but without like
the
sauce.
Yeah,
and stuff,
it has like mustard and ketchup on it or anything like that. But yeah, pickled pizza's good.
So it's just cheese pizza with pickle slices.
Maybe some dill. I think you can add chicken to that would be solid answer. Barbecue pizza is actually one of my dirty secret loves.
Really?
Barbecue chicken pizza.
That's
It's because
it's
that's
good.
not pizza. That's
It's
new
good,
age
though.
nonsense.
Or like
so
buffalo
good.
chicken pizza.
Yeah, no
That's
barbecue
good one,
chicken
too.
pizza. I don't know why.
I'm just realizing this now. I'm like not a huge pizza guy.
That's
Isn't that weird?
I think you told me that.
Who hurt you?
I don't know. Like I just
Like what
But
part?
my problem is like, should I have pizza or should I have steak? And I'm just like,
well, that's not
Steak,
fair.
yeah.
I'm
that's
just
not
always,
fair.
I just want meat, whether it's chicken,
Yeah.
steak.
No, that's
burgers,
not a
like,
fair comparison.
I don't know. I'm a carnivore. I think I could just eat meat the rest of my
What
life.
about a meat lover's pizza?
That's the pizza I eat.
Okay.
when I get
That's a
pizza.
solid answer.
Good
Yeah.
pizza.
Yeah.
I like just throw all the meat
Thin
on there.
crust versus deep dish.
Keep.
Oh fuck.
I like a more thick pizza.
Okay, it makes sense with your answer.
Yeah.
I actually prefer thin crust because it's really about the crust for me.
Crispy.
Yep.
Yes.
I like all my friends love thin crust, so like we always order thin crust.
No,
like
that's
if we're
not
too
fair to
drunk.
you. That's not good.
But it's like at the end of the day, anything's
better
good
friends.
Yeah.
at that point. Like I am usually it's 11 p.m. on a Friday. I just need something in my stomach that's not booze.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah, you
There.
pizza.
That's good. That's good adulting right there.
You like intermittent fast on accident, I feel like.
Yeah, like I
You'll
haven't
just
ate
go all
today.
day and be
Yeah.
like, oh, I need to eat.
Like I eat dinner and that's about it. I might have lunch every now and then, but if I have lunch, like I'm not eating dinner till 9.
Yeah.
Like it's like last night I had Subway, and I had Subway at like 12:30, and then I didn't cook dinner till like 9 when I got home.
Is Maddie like, dude, I need to eat? Or does she just eat without you?
She got her nails done with her girlfriends last
Oh,
night,
okay.
so she went to get food.
Yeah. Okay.
How about butter noodles? You guys like butter noodles?
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
The thick noodles?
See
not
the
thick,
the noodle
long.
type, that's where it really comes into play for me. Like I love butter noodles,
Not angel hair.
not
Love
angel hair,
angel
but
hair.
Spaghetti's fine.
spaghetti.
Fettuccine's better, or like ribbon noodles.
I love like bow ties.
Yep.
That
No.
unbelievable.
I want something that actually catches the butter.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh.
Or God, what's the?
Argument.
There's a lot of good ones out there. We have a whole cupboard just full of different noodle types, and when we want butter noodles, it's like which shape? That's the big question.
I do love bow ties.
I like elbow sometimes because you get the butter inside the elbow,
Whoa.
and it's just like
You guys
whoa.
don't like angel hair?
No, I like
I
angel hair,
do.
but not for buttered noodles.
Oh,
like
okay,
shrimp
all right.
scampi with angel hair.
Yep, fantastic.
Perfect.
Okay.
Solid choice.
I love angel hair.
Sorry, I just love.
Wait,
butter.
do you ever make your own noodles? Or do you just...
I have.
I have.
I've
Yeah?
done it for chicken Alfredo.
Yeah,
like just everything
and
from
it's,
scratch.
And it's better.
Yeah,
They are totally better, but it's
Yeah.
a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's cost reward benefit.
He's probably a way better chef than both of us combined.
Probably, yeah, you
so-
don't
I barely cook anymore.
Did you ever
Really?
work on a cruise?
No. Oh my
Would
God,
you
I
ever?
No.
Oh.
Not this part of my life.
Right. If you could have an animal sidekick, which animal would it be and why?
Well, when I used to play a lot of D&D, I wanted a Black Panther.
You played Dungeons and Dragons?
Oh, yeah.
We can cut this out if you don't want.
No, it's
people
fine. I still have all of my old character sheets. That's how cool I am.
We have a girl upstairs who like loves playing D&D.
I haven't played in forever.
Okay.
But my old group is still in St. Cloud. They still play.
Yeah.
Now they all play over Zoom, which is actually kind of amazing.
Yeah.
It is cool.
Right?
Yeah.
But I have all my Magic cards too for Magic the Gathering. So
Wait, I totally
if
missed.
you'd like me to leave now, I can.
No,
that's
I missed
awesome.
the answer. What animal did you say?
Oh,
Because I
so
totally.
then be like a Black Panther.
What
that'd
about
be
now,
sick.
though?
Because
What about now?
I don't give it a lot of thought. I like my cat a lot.
What kind of cat?
I have
We
a-
both have cats.
I have.
love cats.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I love this story.
Huge cat people.
So this kitten, this tabby cat,
Orange and white?
orange female, which is apparently very uncommon.
Very, very rare.
Yep.
Yeah.
She just showed up at our just meow 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 meow, and she had all the opinions. We're like, go the fuck away, go away. We're not friends. Meow 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 meow. I was like, she wouldn't leave.
And this is how people turn into cat people.
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah, I'm low key obsessed with her.
Yes.
Her name's Tuna Fish.
That's a solid name.
And she greets me when I get home from work every day.
Yes.
And if I leave her alone for 2 days, she's fine. But meow 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 meow
You get-
meow
yeah. She's
meow meow
mad.
meow.
That's so.
But yeah, she's
fun.
amazing.
Tabby cats are the best. I
So much
swear.
fur, so much shedding.
Yeah, that's the problem.
She's just a giant puffball. She's not fat. She just has
Long hair?
Yes. Like she would not have survived. Well, that was the thing. So like she's wandering through the yard all winter long. We're like, what are we going to do with this
going.
cat?
Yeah.
I mean, we're leaving from Minnesota and there's a cat. Like, what do we do? I'm like, we don't want to talk about it. We don't want to talk about it. And then one day, like she's wandering through the yard and all these boy cats are following her. I'm like, fuck, she's in heat.
Oh shit.
So I just picked her up. I said, we're done. We're done.
Yeah.
And Larry's like, okay.
Yeah.
Got her fixed, got her chipped, got her tattooed.
Yeah.
And now she's an indoor cat. She thinks she wants to be an outdoor cat, but like every now and again she'll go outside and she'll be like, ew, gross.
Yeah.
So, how does the travel?
Okay, so it used to be via car.
Okay.
Now it's via plane. She gets motion sick, which I didn't know that was a thing.
Preach.
Yeah. Brady gets it.
Well, so we drive in the car. She'll get angry. She'll throw up once. But then she's like nothing for the next 3 days in the car.
Yeah.
It's 27 hours from Minneapolis to South Florida.
Brutal.
So now we do it in the plane, but I'll put her on like a carrier and like just this motion, bleh, so.
Do you bring her like your carry-on?
Yeah, so
Okay.
so you actually can pay extra money to have your cat.
Yeah.
And she just slides under the seat in front and she's like,
Quiet.
She doesn't move. She's actually very chill.
Scared?
No, just very like.
She's used to it. Yeah.
Do you think she likes Florida or Minnesota more?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I think she likes Florida more because there's more wildlife. There's geckos.
Yeah.
There's more things running around. I've gotten in the habit of leaving my windows open in Minneapolis, and she's all about that.
Yeah.
Like,
sits in the windowsill.
oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. But yeah, I think she likes Florida more.
Do you have like a screened in like porch in the back like everybody does in Florida?
No, I don't actually.
Okay. Because I feel like they would love something like that. But
Yep.
the problem would be I feel like they'd climb up.
She has her claws.
Yep.
I just couldn't bring myself to declaw her.
I couldn't
it's
either.
Really hard. It's really a harsh surgery.
It's like
You're
ripping their
literally
fingers
cutting
off.
off part of a knuckle.
Yeah.
You're cutting off a knuckle.
Yeah.
So you just.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it either.
Yeah, I mean,
but I trim her nail. I trim my cat's nails.
She hates being her nails trimmed. Not
yeah.
a fan. Like she used to be okay with it. Now she's like, no.
Yeah.
No. So I can get like 3 done, and then she starts to bite me.
And
then I let her go, and then like the next day I come back and get the last one.
I swear, male cats are so much more chill than the female cats. I've had both.
Interesting.
Snickers will legit sit on his butt and just have his hands out like this and let me trim him up.
Yes. Yeah. That was the
and
same
then
thing.
Twix, complete bitch.
I just love that you're named after
really?
candy bars. That's fantastic.
Snickers and Twix, and I told Maddie if we have a kid, we got to name him like Three Musketeers or something.
That might not be the move.
Are you planning on having a kid anytime soon?
Probably 2 to 5 years.
That's what you think.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
They're called condoms. Use them.
They're expensive, but we got them.
So expensive. A kid's
So is
expensive.
daycare.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I know.
Daycare is crazy.
it's stupid.
We
I don't
luckily
understand. I don't have kids, and I don't understand how expensive. How is daycare so expensive?
I don't know. We got lucky in that both our moms watch our son half the week. But man, daycare, people at my old job would work just to pay for the daycare and get the insurance.
Yep.
Like they're like working for nothing.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Well, something, but
Something,
Not
but
enough.
they wouldn't get any of the money. It would just go straight to. We can cut this question out, but I lost it. Hold on. Would you rather pee every time you laugh or shart every time you sneeze?
I've got a good story about that, but I really don't know if I want to share it on a podcast. But it's a great story.
that's a wild,
dude, you
wild
can't-
statement that
you
you have a
really
story.
tease us
It's a
with that.
really great story.
Just think, would you want people to know it? Because this would for sure be a clip. If,
Oh, it's so good.
dude, you can't not.
Okay, I'll tell you the story, then we'll decide whether or not we cut it. How's that? sound?
Okay.
Okay, all right.
So first one, I for personal reasons, I would rather pee every time I laugh than shart because it's just the cleanup alone.
Shower.
Yeah, 100%. I'm with
Okay,
you.
so this
fair.
is 2 winters ago. It is cold as hell here, right?
Yes.
So, and I get this. I'm in Florida, and I get this call from my. No, that part of the story doesn't really matter. Let's just make this a little bit
Starting
shorter.
now.
Starting now. Okay. So I'm flying to Bemidji tomorrow morning, right? So it's cold. It's I'm nervous about the trip because I'm visiting my parents and I'm worried about their health, and I didn't sleep well. And I get up early and I get some coffee in me. And my plane's leaving at 6, so I'm leaving the house at 4 a.m, walking to the train station. So, very important to the story. I get up. I put on underwear, socks, long john pants, long john shirt, t-shirt, sweatshirt, parka, hats, gloves, scarf, and boots. Right.
Prepare
I look
for
like a little
Bemidji.
kid
Yeah.
from
Prepared for the
Christmas Story.
zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
But it's cold. It's like 30 below, and I'm
Yeah.
a giant baby when it comes to cold now. I walk to the train station. I get on the train. I'm sitting there. All of a sudden, I have to fart. And it's not.
It's not.
And I stand up, and I put my hand back there, and there's so many layers, it's not going through, but I'm like, the fuck do I do? So I'm in a metal tube, going to the airport, uncomfortable and soggy.
You look around and be like, oh, what is
No, but it's 4 a.m. It's homeless people and people still drunk from night
Could be
before.
anybody.
Could be anybody. So I get to the airport and I start furiously looking for a bathroom, and I can't find one that's open. Now, admittedly, I only look for one for like 2 minutes, but it feels like forever.
Yeah.
Like,
Especially in that
so
situation.
what do I do? So I was like, do I want to keep looking for a bathroom, or do I want to get through security when I know where all the I used to work at the airport for years. I know where all the bathrooms are. So I make the conscious decision, I'm going to get through security. And the damage is already done.
Yeah.
Like you're not getting messier back there.
Yeah.
You're just already messy.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh.
So I get through security in the main terminal, and there's a family bathroom. Where it's just it's one stall.
There's
you lock the door.
Yeah.
So I go there, and getting through security was easy. You know, thank God. Oh my God.
Wouldn't that be just something? If they're like, there's
like
something.
Yeah. Like, what is it?
So I get to the family bathroom, and they've upgraded. This is like a bank vault door. It's on a hydraulic hinge, so it opens and closes it's for what happens if something bad and there's a terrorist. You go in there, it's bulletproof. That's why it's there. Cool.
Someone at the airport would know that.
Yeah.
If they
main
work
terminal, between C and I think D, there's a family bathroom. So I go in there, I shove the door shut, I shut the door, right? There's a green button on the wall and a red button on the wall. Green to unlock, red to unlock. I lock the door. And I strip. I take off the parka. I take off everything from the waist. I'm Porky Picking it by the time we're done here, right? I find the underwear. I throw them away because that's what you do.
You have to.
Yeah.
There's no winning here.
No.
You know, I clean myself up and I think, okay, we're fine.
Good.
Perfect.
Good to go.
I bend over to put on my sock. And the door starts to open in the bathroom. And I'm like, excuse me, someone's in here. No.
Family of 12.
What had happened when I bent over, my fat ass had hit the green button.
Oh,
So I run over to the door, and the door's only open like this much, right? It's not like, haha.
Yeah.
But I'm like, oh my God. And there's a 9-year-old girl standing, looking in the other direction. I'm like, I shut the door. And it was fine. It's fine. You know, she didn't see me. My penis was not in view.
Somewhere.
But I was like, this is how you get on a list.
yes, it is.
Imagine trying to explain to her mother or the TSA, there's a naked man. There's no winning here.
Yeah.
There's not. Other than that,
It was an
shit your
accident.
pants.
But how do you?
Yeah.
Hi. Who's going to believe you?
There's some
have
weirdos
them get
out
the
there.
underwear. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah. You're going to have to tell them this story about how.
So I get the door closed. I get my clothes on. It was fine.
Yeah.
But it was just like,
Jeez.
oh.
if it could go wrong, it was going wrong.
Oh my God. I mean, it's a good story. It's funny. No one died. No one got arrested. But you're like, you're this close to getting arrested for just a comedy of errors.
Can we please make a clip out of that?
That's fine.
That's
I
a
thought it
good
was going to be
story.
way worse, so I'm like,
that isn't that good, but yeah.
It wasn't like, okay, that was amazing, though. Everything that could have went wrong went wrong.
Oh my God.
Jake, when's the last time you shit your pants? Me and Maddie talked about this the other night.
It had to have been when I was really young, honestly.
It happens. How old are you?
35.
22.
Yeah. The older you get, it's more likely to happen. Like the whole thing,
Jake,
like you can't trust
you're
a fart.
coming up on it.
Well, you can't. At a certain age, you can't trust a fart. I mean, if you have bad diet, if you're not eating enough fiber, you're taking matters and you're taking your life in your own hands.
I've had a warm fart where I was like, that was a warm or was that wet?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Is,
risky.
I had my first colonoscopy this last year.
Let's talk about that.
The prep is awful.
Did you poop in a box first?
No, that's different. That's prostate cancer.
Oh.
Okay.
Colonoscopy, they put a
camera.
They knock you out. And they put a camera up there, but they want you tidy. They want you squeaky clean. The prep was awful.
You had to drink the gallons.
So you have to so in minutes, like Florida, they're like, drink this, come back 24 hours, and you have your colonoscopy. Here, it's like a 5-day process. So you you can no more oatmeal or high fiber foods this day. Then you have to go to liquids on this day, and then they give you something called it's called Go Lightly. It's glycol something.
It's like milk of magnesia.
It's salt. All it is salt.
Oh.
And it's just because you're trying to draw all the moisture out of your intestines. They're trying to run everything through you.
Yeah.
Pro tip: get yourself some Depends. Like just
really?
stop, because the night before, like the night of, I'm like, you wake up, there'd be a towel down. Do not recommend. But you're laying there. You're at the morning of the colonoscopy. I told you I have very little shame.
Yeah.
They are giving you the propofol, same thing that Michael Jackson and Prince.
Hockey.
Yeah, and it's like it's just like you see this white liquid going through this tube, and I remember feeling something fuzzy behind my ears, and being gone. And the next thing I know, I wake up.
I hate
it was just
that.
out like a light. Ugh. Best nap I've had in forever.
Isn't it scary though?
It wasn't.
Because I broke my arm. I've gotten tubes in my ears. all this stuff. And
I broken my arm. I broke my collarbone. Broke my leg.
The scariest part for me, besides like just the pain of having a broken bone,
right?
But like is the mask, and then you get lightheaded.
Yep, I remember that.
I didn't like that.
When I broke my arm, I had to have surgery because this was a compound fracture.
Yeah. Oh, geez.
That was a baby. I was a wee lad.
Yeah.
And I remember like just yucky peppermint is my takeaway.
It's like bubble gum tasting, or they try and make it like sweet tasting.
Please don't. You're not. In no way is this better. Now you're just causing trauma.
Yeah, it sucks. But now I associate like bubblegum taste with like traumatic anesthesia.
God.
Anyways,
this is going really weird.
Yeah. Hold on. I think that might be one of them was, what's your favorite funny story to tell people? I think you already
That's a good one, right?
Check that off the list. Best compliment you've ever received.
He doesn't count the cost.
What do you mean by that?
So a really good friend of mine, and so one of my favorite things about you, Chris, is you never count the cost. It's kind of a backhanded compliment because he was saying I give selflessly, but to the detriment of myself.
Yeah.
But it was probably one of the nicest things anyone's ever said to me. You never count the cost. You'll do stuff just because.
Yeah. You got integrity.
Yeah.
That was a really quick answer.
Really?
Yeah. I feel like
more people
if we ask that to somebody, they're like, I don't know.
I feel like not many people give out compliments these days too.
Well, you would. So the last time we did this interview, you would ask me what you want your tombstone to say, and I was like, and I thought about it. It was like, he gave more than he took.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. Yeah. Well, speaking of, the last question was going to be, how do you want to be remembered when you're gone? We ask all our guests that.
Can't think of a reason. Nothing comes to mind.
Yeah. Dude, I knew you would be a good guest. Just your energy and your gift of gab.
We never really talked about the NAR settlement, though.
I was just going to say, can we talk about it?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
You ruiner.
Yeah.
Sorry. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you later.
Bye.
If you want to learn about real estate, listen.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what and how is your broker handling everything that's new?
So I'm in two different states.
Yep.
It's a little bit different in Florida. Like all we're doing is, I have a couple listings in Florida and I have a listing here. All in Florida is just basically an email going out there. Hey, are you aware of all this? Please respond. And boom, because the listing was already out there before the settlement happened, before the rule change. Do we have to go into all that?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Is Florida more like hands off?
Oh my God, Florida is like the Wild West when it comes to real estate. It makes me very uncomfortable. So I have a transaction coordinator in both states because I can't be there.
Yeah.
But I can write a contract here in my sleep.
Yep.
The contracts here, they're like this thick.
Yeah.
The contracts in Florida are like this thick. And sometimes I've seen offers are just like red swatch. Nope.
Weird.
Right?
Yeah.
And you can do it.
Yeah.
You can do it as long as everyone agrees.
You can kind of do whatever you want. Really.
You can do whatever you want, but this is when bad things happen.
Yeah.
Like everything in Florida has just as automatic as is addendum.
Yeah.
I'm going to sell you my house. You can never come back to me on something.
That's kind of nice.
It's buyer beware.
Yeah.
And, we try to get away from that. That was a whole ethics. So back to your question here. So are you asking me like,
let me ask you this. Are you guys
big question.
Are you guys using the broker to broker compensation
we
form?
are.
Okay.
Yeah. We're encouraged to, to have the broker to broker compensation form. We're not encouraged to put it in the offer.
Okay.
What about you?
Complete opposite.
Really?
Yes.
And
why? I'll tell you why.
Please do.
So, and this is like the big thing with EXP right now. People are like, they're not paying out anybody because we're not doing the broker to broker. And the reason why we're not doing it is because the whole lawsuit was for more clarity and more transparency with the buyer's broker compensation.
Right.
The broker to broker form is signed by listing agent.
Yep.
Selling agent.
Yep.
Broker.
And not the seller.
And not seller or buyer. So they never would have to see that sheet. So our brokerage is like, hey, we don't want to be a part of that because if they come back and sue us, this is a problem, this form. So we want it on the purchase agreement.
Are you attaching the broker to broker to the purchase agreement, or are you keeping it completely? You're not using it, but
we're not using it. Because
I would think to attach the broker to broker document to the purchase agreement, so you say everyone got a copy. It's in everyone's files,
right? Our broker's like, but no one signed it, so it's like it could be very fishy.
True.
And if we get caught by like DOJ or something like that, how's it all going to fall out?
Okay, but I'm going to push back on that a little bit.
Yep.
So, Jake, I want to sell your house, and you are not required to offer a compensation to the buyer's agent. Not doing so is your right, but it's going to, in my opinion, it's going to offer your house up to a smaller portion of people who can afford to buy your house for reasons.
Okay.
Also, if you're not going to offer the buyer's compensation, are you willing to lower the price of your house by 3%? Because that compensation is factored into the price of your house based upon other comps in the neighborhood.
Is that what you guys talked about yesterday?
So now, Jake, let me ask you this.
Okay.
No, I saw him
Guys,
first.
there's plenty of Jake to go around here, right?
So, okay, yes, there could be a potential that we might not get as many buyers, but, right, if I go out there and say, hey, we're paying 3% to a buyer's agent, right? Right away we're saying that, but someone was willing to come in, offer you list price, and be willing to get paid 2%, are you willing to take that extra percent?
What does the math come out to?
You make, how much is the house? Let's say 300,000. You make an extra
6,000.
Yeah, 6,000.
I mean, I like extra money.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how we're going about it. It's like if we're playing poker, I'm gonna have my poker hand face me.
So let me finish. So that's the conversation I'm going to have with you, Jake, about selling your house. You have options, but every option is going to have consequences. When I go to you, the buyer's agent, and you ask me, if we're not doing broker to broker, if you ask me what are you paying out, I'm not going to tell you. I am not going to offer that up.
Yeah.
Because why would I give away Jake's money? If we agreed on 2.7, right? Let's just say we did. But if you come in at 2.5, I'm going to take the 2.5.
Right? Yeah.
So there's a lot of dust still being settled.
I feel like we're on the same exact page with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we can get it for less, awesome. Mm-hmm. But I'm preparing my sellers to pay out 2.7%. Yep. That's what I'm like. They're counseled, but I don't want to show my hand right away.
Why would I don't want to, my whole job is to protect you financially. And part of protecting you financially is not giving away your money.
Yep. So we just put our listing fee on the listing contract, and then on the PA is where the buyer agent can write their percentage.
So in Florida, it's two different things. It's different here than it is in Florida.
Yep, 100%.
The dust is still settling. I think, honestly, I don't think the whole thing is settled. I think the Department of Justice has even the rules have gone into place, but I think they're still negotiating some of this stuff.
I think so too. Yeah.
And don't quote me on that because I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
But I feel like things
are going to change.
Still change again.
Yeah. Isn't that what the script battle was about with Nate? And he was like,
it's all about. I love that the buyer agent compensation can be in the purchase agreement because now it's just another negotiable term.
Well, that's exactly everything.
And that's how it should be, I feel like.
So how are you, it's too early to tell, but I'm going to ask you, what about buyers who want to be unrepresented? What conversation? I mean, the conversation I'm having is great. Absolutely. I will write you, I'm the listing agent, I will write you that offer, but you have to understand you are not represented. I am on Team Jake.
Yep.
I am going to negotiate against you because I can. I won't do anything unethical.
Yep.
Because that's wrong.
Yep.
But I am not your friend.
Yeah. I would love to see him at a script battle.
So let's say we have a listing agent. Just for easy numbers, I'm going to use 4, 5, 6%.
Sure.
So I'll have a variable rate. If I am the listing agent, only listing agent, which I'm going to be, I'm always going to work in your best interest, charge you 4%, easy math. If a buyer comes to me unrepresented, I'm going to charge you 5%. The reason I'm going to do that because they're going to have no clue what the fuck's going on.
Right.
And it's going to cost me a lot more work. I'm going to have to write them contracts. They're going to have to understand things, but I'm always going to be working in your best interest. And now if I bring a represented buyer, one of my buyers to you, it's 6% because I'm representing both sides. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And that's kind of how we've been thinking about it. But who knows? That's probably going to change too.
No, I like that.
Because it's all different.
Okay.
But if I'm helping an unrepresented buyer, I'm not going to do it for free.
No.
Like I need a little more compensation.
I just actually, in my accountability group, someone said, like, so a buyer came to them who was a referral from their lender, like they wanted to sign a non-exclusive buyer agreement. And like, why?
Yeah.
It's in their best interest. Yeah, but why? Like, how is it in their best interest? And I don't know if my friend, I'm not going to mention her name, but because I don't want to embarrass anybody. I don't know if she's willing to have that conversation. But this job is all about uncomfortable conversations, even more so than it ever was before. And it's about we're in the business of value.
We are.
What am I? I have a listing in South Minneapolis that's sitting there, but guess what? I'm doing open houses there every weekend. The sellers are out of town. I went over there this morning and swept off the back porch. It's just I check on the place.
Yeah.
It's not about, people think we just turn keys.
We don't.
We don't. Well, you can. Those guys are assholes.
And they're awful.
Oh my God.
They're awful to deal with.
I had an agent, I was doing a flip last year, and this agent, I think he had his license both in Minnesota and in Wisconsin. And we were in the inspection period, and it was the day the inspection period ended at midnight. And I didn't reach out to him and say, hey, I don't have your inspection amendment, because why would I ask for that?
Yeah.
Next day, I get one at 8 a.m. the next day. I'm like, dude,
it's too late.
What are you doing? No, it's not. And he started swearing at me. I'm like, you know what? I want you to step away from this conversation. I want you to call your broker, and then I want you to call me back.
Yeah.
And he was all like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's fine. It fell apart.
Yeah.
We got his earnest money.
Yeah, I was going to say you better have.
We got his earnest money because it fell apart. But it's like, it's one of the reasons I have it's one of the reasons I surround myself with people who are smarter than I am.
Bingo.
Because I'm in 2 different states. That situation that fell to that guy is my biggest fear. So I have people in both states who are like, hi, do the thing.
You mentioned that you surround yourself with people smarter than you. Are you in a BNI group, or are you?
I'm not.
Like, where do you find these people that are smarter than you? Like mentors and.
So, it's an interesting question. I'm a pretty smart guy.
But I love that answer.
I do. I'm a pretty smart guy, but I'm not the smartest person in the room. Sometimes I am, and I love being the smartest person in the room when I am, just for the record, because that makes me feel pretty. But if I'm talking to a bunch of guys, I'm like, oh, that guy knows stuff, or that girl knows stuff. I shut up, and I try to listen.
Yep.
And I try to ingratiate myself, because you learn so much more if you just fucking listen.
Yeah.
I can talk. I'm not really actually good in huge crowds. I tend to shut down because it's too much. It's too much. But in small crowds, I'm great. But if there's like 6 or 7 of them, like, oh, you're a Mensa candidate. I'm just gonna, and let's say you're a neurosurgeon, or you're a roofer, or you're a forensic accountant. I'm like, when am I gonna get a chance to talk to a forensic accountant again? Yeah. Like I had a client in Florida, and he's like, I can teach you how to embezzle. I'm like, I'm gonna ask you, please don't. Because I consider myself a really good person, but I really don't think I want to know.
You're tempting me right now.
I don't think that knowledge is going to do me any positives.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just being open. So it's just about being open to, all we do is network. I network for a living. I'm a professional networker. So I never turn down tickets or invitations.
Yep. And
when you find someone who knows stuff, really interesting. I don't know if you want this in your podcast, but a really interesting situation. I was at a party this weekend, and so bathhouses and sex clubs in Minnesota are illegal. It came back from the AIDS epidemic. People were dying, so they just shut them. And they're bad. And being gay was super bad.
Yeah,
they just shut them down real hard. Chicago has them. Lauderdale has them. Minnesota doesn't. And there's a demand for it. And I actually had a guy come up like, I think I want to look into opening a bathhouse. I'm like, there's legislation against that. Yeah, but there's some rules have changed. Are you a commercial agent? I'm like, I'm not. The license is the same.
Yeah.
But I don't know enough to be your friend.
Yeah.
But I can try to find you someone. But here's the thing. Who's going to want to take on that?
Right. So much
it's a
red
very
tape.
Small
market
for agents.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of... Sex is taboo in America. Yeah. It's cool. It's an interesting problem to have, but I don't even know where to begin.
Is it just illegal in Minnesota?
Yeah, just illegal in Minnesota.
Oh, okay. And that was from when, the 80s?
Yeah,
or?
80s, 90s.
Okay.
People were dying.
Interesting. Yeah.
Do not recommend.
I wouldn't recommend that either.
So. But what's fun about that is that we find ourselves in very interesting... If you're open, you find yourself into very interesting conversations.
Yes.
I love that.
Very, very weird situations.
Oh my God.
Oh, he had one.
More
than one.
I went to a listing appointment, just straight meth house.
Yeah.
Nice.
Guy had no teeth. Wife was sitting there in a rocking chair, didn't blink, just looked at the TV that wasn't on. I said hello.
Scary.
She didn't do anything, just kept staring at the TV.
Do you carry?
I don't.
I'm considering carrying.
I always have a knife on me, but what is that going to do?
Yeah, I see. I grew up in a household of guns. I'm not afraid of guns, and I can shoot a gun.
Yeah.
I don't want them. I have a very healthy respect for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not so much if I had to protect myself. My concern is, what if they get the gun from me?
Yeah.
That's my concern.
Oh.
Like, I just gave you this weapon
Yeah.
because you jumped me, or you're stronger than me, or there's more than you, or I'm not good at this thing.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you have a gun at your house?
Rather not answer that.
Okay, all right.
But that's kind of an answer in its own right.
Yeah.
Do you?
I do.
You do?
I do.
Do you have a permit?
That shotgun.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah. That's just, well,
Yeah, I have a little, it's just a little revolver. 6
that's
shooter.
my mom has too.
You know.
It's like this huge ass.
They have
like, Mom, can you even
terrible
hold that?
accuracy, but but we're talking close range here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
boom.
Like,
Yeah.
If you
she's in
can't
an
hit
apartment.
that, even when you're nervous, but the biggest thing I think freaks me out. What happens tomorrow? Like, you've defended your family, you've saved the day, and then you realize tomorrow what you've done.
Yeah.
And I think that would wreck me.
I think
that would be the tough part.
I'm
Especially
a big softy.
in this state, it's even almost a little bit worse.
Yeah.
Because there's a chance you're going to jail.
Yeah.
Where it's like Texas, it's like
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
if you're on my
stepped
property,
the
like,
foot on my property.
Yeah.
He had to die.
Yeah.
No, but my big thing, like, this didn't happen until we had Felix, and then it was like, I'll go to jail and kill someone if they ever
Sure.
even
Sure,
and I respect that answer.
Yeah.
But before that, it was like that would haunt me. But what would haunt me more is if, God forbid,
Right.
the other
something happened
yeah.
to Gene or Felix, I would probably off myself if I was.
Yeah, there's no winning.
Yeah,
There's really
it's
no
such
winning.
a tough situation.
And I don't want to ever find out.
Right. Same.
Yeah,
And
I mean-
I got a shotgun because I'd hoped the like
Right?
would be like, oh fuck, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah.
Hopefully that noise.
Get a dog.
alone- Dog. We want to get a dog.
Cats.
Get a dog.
Then I can't travel. Yeah. Yeah. The cat would be like.
Get a dog. Dogs are a better deterrent than I think guns are, because
We have an alarm system and stuff.
that's
too.
that's good too.
Yeah.
You know.
But I wanted to ask you, I don't know why this wasn't on the question, but I was thinking about this, like, what questions can I ask Chris? Favorite song of all time?
That's not fair.
That's like a
That's like
change.
I already know that. I
Everything.
already know the answer.
You
It's not
do?
even my favorite song,
Oh,
but
okay.
it would
You
be
do?
like a universal favorite song of all time. I feel like.
Man, there's so much good music out there. It changes from day to day for me.
Universally, though,
Oh, you suck.
not even for you, but universally, what is the best song ever?
Jesus.
I can't answer that. And I don't want to answer a question that I know is wrong.
Well, I feel like if I said it, you guys would be like, "Oh,
Yeah,
that's
say
fair."
it. I'll-
Bohemian Rhapsody.
yeah, but I'm gay,
Whoa.
so I can't pick that one
Why?
because it's a really gay song. It's an amazing
It's
song.
universally.
Actually-
I wouldn't even say it's gay, or the only thing that's gay about it is
Freddie Mercury.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But it's an amazing song.
Yeah.
It is.
I mean, it's on the short list.
it is on that list, right?
Always and never are big words, so I try never to use them.
Yeah.
And the best and the worst, like the best song ever, it's so
I know.
subjective.
It changes
I don't
for
know.
me too.
I don't know. I mean,
Or
I really
Stairway
don't
to
know.
Heaven by Led Zeppelin.
That doesn't blow up my skirt.
No.
In the world or like the U.S.?
And that's another thing.
Yeah.
How dare you, ostracize other cultures?
Maybe
like
the,
the
U-
US?
the U.S.
The US, like-
I'm sorry.
Sweet Home Alabama's probably up there.
in
Oh
the
my
South.
God.
Yeah.
In the
Sweet
US.
Caroline.
Oh,
Yeah,
great
like,
song.
It's a horrible song, but
Everybody-
everybody, on the
everybody
planet,
knows it.
Everyone knows it on
You
the
play
planet.
it in the stadium, everybody's.
You play it in a karaoke bar
Yeah.
in Munich, and
Yeah.
they got this.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a good point. Bohemian Rhapsody's on that list. though.
Oh, I was at the Green Day concert.
Yeah?
And in Green Day, their opening set, to work the crowd, they played Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
Everybody knew that song.
I saw that. It was
Yeah.
on YouTube.
So
That's
loud.
like 20 million views. And Green
So
Day's not
loud.
even in it. It's just
Yeah.
the crowd singing
It was so
Bohemian
awesome.
Rhapsody.
It was so cool. I have to watch that now because I was there.
It's a great.
It's-
You were in the festival?
Yeah.
That video, I remember like a person reacting to it, and I was like, that would have been so sick.
It was so cool.
Yeah.
But it was just the
whole song.
I had earplugs in the entire evening because it's too much.
Yeah.
The Linda Lindas were great. Rancid was not my
Love
thing.
Rancid.
That's not my thing.
No, I know. It's fine. It's a punk band. I
Yeah.
couldn't see you.
You love punk.
Smashing
Yeah.
Pumpkins, surprisingly, not
Really?
my favorite.
Oh. They're
Yeah.
really good too, though.
Yeah, they weren't.
They weren't good live.
I didn't.
Wasn't feeling it.
But Green Day was like I don't know what drugs those men are on, but they were.
I think they're all sober now. But
I think they are too.
Yeah.
But they had all the energy.
They've mastered.
They were bouncing everywhere, and they came at it so aggressive and so hard, and they were in it to win it.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like, hey, we're Green Day, and we just give us some money.
Yeah.
No, they're like, we want to be here. We're happy that you're here. Oh my God.
They weren't
That's
there for
fun.
just a paycheck.
It was so cool.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
All right, we've been going for an hour and a half.
I'm sorry.
No,
this is great.
Awesome. This has been good. Chris, thank you so much for being on. You were an awesome guest. A lot of good
Thanks for
energy,
having
good
me.
stories.
Lord.
Really appreciate it. Where can people find you?
Oh,
Do you want them to find you?
I do want them to find me. So chrisbusby.com is my landing page. You can find me on Instagram.
ChrisBusby2000 at AOL.com?
No. Okay. You can find me on Instagram as Chris Busby Realtor. You can find me on Facebook as Chris Busby Realtor. I've got a small TikTok thing happening. I have some of my social media.
Hold on, like a small TikTok
No,
thing
nothing, but like 400 followers. It's like nothing.
Only 400. Think
That's
of
pretty
400
solid.
people in a crowd. That's good.
It's okay. I
Just
accept
take it. Just take
I
it.
receive your compliments
Yes.
and thank you.
Yeah.
Jake, what are we at? We got to update the people.
It doesn't matter.
Like how
Yes,
many,
it does.
how many thousands of followers do you have?
Not
No.
even.
Really?
We're at,
It's if we get to 1,000 by the end of the year, we have to do a polar plunge.
we've gained like
those are
500
awful.
followers in like 3 months, which is a lot.
Yeah.
Compared
Just
to
receive your own
We're
compliments.
at
Yeah.
932.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Polar
We're still
plunge
doing a
is in
polar
your
plunge.
future.
I don't want to do it, but we'll have to.
So what's going to happen here is I'm actually going to send, when you send me this whole thing, I'm actually
Oh.
going to send this to my assistant in the Philippines.
Yeah.
She's going to piece this out and she's going to put all of this
Great.
on my social media.
Yeah.
Good.
And since
I mean,
that's
we'll-
in the background.
We'll send you the clips too.
Oh, I know you will.
Yeah. The
Or you're
clips
dead to me.
Yeah, it's okay. Chris, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Like, comment, subscribe,
Bell.
notification bell. I think I got everything. Bye.